Hello. How was everybody this morning?
Good. Great.
Yes, I did get my workout in this morning. It was cool. Wonderful. Questions?
Saw your tweet about Anthony Davis. Would you like to elaborate on that a little bit?
Does it need to be elaborate? I mean, I just figure, with the number one pick in Helm, figure Drew, we bring in whatever we bring in for number one, Zion, and AD. I just feel like that automatically puts us into a playoff contention in my mind. I mean, what do I know? I just play football.
Alvin Gentry's not allowed to talk about the prospects. Do you want to pretend to be Alvin and give us a scouting report on the number one pick?
I mean, with the number one pick, there's what two prospects worthy, right? You got Zion, and then you got Ja Moran, right? And of course, what's going to fill the seats? Probably going to go that Zion aspect, right? I mean, I know I'm looking forward to the kid. You've seen his highlights since he was in high school, so was that 2 years ago? And he did it 1 year at Duke, and you saw what he was able to do over there, and it does nothing but build the anticipation, build the excitement. Of course, if we can get our guy to stay, then I feel like that puts us again in playoff contention. We'll talk about it. If he leaves, I don't know. I'm not a GM. I have no idea what that means. It means it'll be Zion and Julius Randle. They're almost like similar players.
You
Drew Holiday, of course.
Right. Saw Sean's tweet, the picture with Zion and the Saints. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna let basketball players play basketball. Without him falling out of a shoe, I don't want to know what happens if he falls out of a cleat. Football players make do.
Kim, what's been the approach to this season? Is there any kind of us against the world mentality or anything?
Isn't that how it always is? It's always been the Saints versus everybody. I expect this season to be no different. We talk about, last year was live up to expectations, and then of course, we were one game away, we were 1B. We've got to continue doing exactly what we've been doing.
What is there a message yet? Is there a slogan, a banner yet?
We've yet to take the practice field, so we've yet to try and moniker a season. So not yet.
But do you like the idea of trying to embrace and channel what happened last season, or do you like the idea of ignoring it and moving past it?
Embrace and channel what happened the last 2 seasons. At some point, it feels like it takes a miracle to beat the Saints, and I'm okay with that. We hit the playoff run. We've got to be a tighter knit group. We've got to be a group with that same mentality. So that's exactly what we're going to take to the field.
You say you feel like it takes a miracle. Does that make it easier to reset?
Not at all.
Begin the season?
What?
Or?
No, because these miracles keep happening, right? No, at the end of the day, I mean, you're sick to your stomach for no less than 2 months about what happens. You'd love to say we have been to a Super Bowl. I mean, at this point, we've got Drew and Thomas Morstead now that have Super Bowl rings from the Saints, and this is something that we've got to update. We've got to get everybody a ring. We got to not only do it for the city, but do it for the guys in the locker room that have pushed so hard. I mean, at this point, heading to year 9, I'd love a Super Bowl ring now.
Okay, how weird is it? Yet, but your new look defensive line, what do you like most about it on paper?
I don't know. I'm not here to talk paper. I've talked paper before. Until we get pads on, until I see how they actually move, I'm gonna withhold my comments on that part. But I love the idea of where we're headed. You lose Tyler Davidson, but you add Malcolm Brown, Sheldon Ranks out until whenever we're told he's back. You bring in Mario Edwards. You still have David Onyemata, who's progressing at a high-speed level. I'm not sure what happens, the first couple games, but it is what it is. Has there been something decided on that? Okay, then at this point, it's all going to be within our own hands as a D-line. I feel like Marcus Davenport has been progressing towards the end of last season. As long as he continues to progress, he'll have a stellar second year.
Did you keep up much with Brown or Edwards? Did you watch much of their career before they came here at all?
No. When you talk about defensive ends and how I'm always trying to keep up on pass rushing edge combos, the interior line, I sort of lack a little bit of knowledge when it comes to guys like Mario and, of course, a guy like Malcolm Brown.
How weird is this year for you personally, just with Mark not being here? Y'all came in together.
I'm not going to elaborate on that right now. I mean, I'm still getting over it. I mean, it's still a little fresh in my mind. I mean, we still talk weekly. It's different from being able to sit down and having him at one point next to my locker, then across the locker, and now he's across some states. It's overly weird just not knowing that every day if I'm an energy boost, he's an energy boost. We had high adrenaline going on at all times, and you're missing that aspect of the locker room. Thanks.